Anchoring is very important. Anchoring happens on 5 senses. How many of you hear a certain song and it just puts you in a nice, good state? It brings you back to your glory days, right? And you can actually remember what you're doing at the time and just puts you in that state. How many of you have this certain songs? Okay, that's called auditory anchor, okay? Because you listen to something, there's a stimulus, and the response is certain emotions. There's certain emotions. Make sense? Okay, good. How about how many of you smell, for example, when it starts raining, right? Beginning starts raining, and you smell the earth, and puts you in a state of like you're a kid and you're free, just like you finish your homework and you go out there, you're playing with other kids and you're just feeling free. Okay, that's called like smell anchor. Okay, there's visual anchor. For example, how many of you're driving the car? Okay, I know this happens with me. Driving the car, and if I see flashlights, I feel it's what? Cops pulled me over for speeding. Okay, so when I see like flashlights, like whoa, it's like I think it's cops, so I feel scared, right? So now that's called a visual anchor. Okay. On the other hand, when you look at the American flag, for example, okay, what do you feel? Pride, right? And it gives you all these emotions when you look at the flag. And if you really think about it, it's nothing but a piece of cloth with some colors on it. But it's what it stands for. That's called visual anchor. Does that make sense? Anchoring is very important. For example, Michael Jackson, when he did the advertisement for Pepsi, okay, they paid him a lot of money to do that advertisement for Pepsi. Why? Because now people in their head, they associate Pepsi to the feeling that they got from Michael Jackson's performance. Okay, that's called visual anchor. Does that make sense? Okay, very good. So we're going to talk about anchoring right now, and we're going to learn how to use anchoring in our own life so we can change our state. Okay, so let's start with let's talk about the physical anchor we're going to do right now. How many of you heard of the Pavlov experiment or studied the Pavlov experiment when we were kids? Okay, so what did Pavlov do? The bell and the food and the meat, right? So what Pavlov used to do for like 10 days, I don't know how long, for a whole week, he used to bring the meat to the dogs and ring the bell. Bring the meat, ring the bell. Bring the meat, ring the bell. Bring the meat, ring the bell for like a week. And after the week, he comes over and he rings the bell, but there's no meat. Too bad for the dogs. Okay? What did the dogs do? They start salivating, right? Why? Exactly, stimulated, and they were conditioned, yes? They were associated the feeling of hunger to the sound of the bell and to seeing Pavlov coming, so the visual as well, okay? Now, our brain, luckily, it works the same way, okay? Except it works way much faster. We don't need a whole week or 10 days to anchor a certain feeling. We can just anchor it just like that with a snap of a finger. How many of you can see that useful? If you're in a lousy state, you're in a sluggish state, and just with a snap of a finger, you can just get yourself out of it and brings you to the state that you desire. How many of you can see that valuable? Okay? All right, good. How many of you would like to learn that? Say aye. Okay, very good. So I'm going to guide you through it, through the experience right now. But unless you go along with it and play full out and put your concerns on the side, you're not going to get much out of it. So I invite you just to put those concerns on the side and just play full out and just give it a shot, okay? And after you leave tomorrow, if you don't like it, you can just leave it behind and just go without it, okay? But for now, just give it a shot. So what we're going to do is, we are going to come up with a state, a desired state. Each person is going to come up with a desired state that you want. And what are we going to do with that state is we're going to anchor it in our bodies. So you're going to find a place in your body that's very unique to you. Okay? By saying unique is, for example, here this is not unique because you shake people's hand, this will get contaminated. Okay? You want to have something unique. For example, mine is right here. I know when I press this, when I do this, okay, this is very unique. I mean, why would I ever do this, right? So I do this, and when I do this, it automatically connects me with the state that I want to be in. Make sense? Okay. Some people will have it there here on the knuckle. Okay. Some people will have it just by pressing those two together. Some people could just pressing there on their ear. Just find something that's very unique to you. Okay. Where you are going to anchor that feeling in that place of your body, because this is based on science. And now we're going to apply that science in order to create that state what we want. Okay? What questions or concerns you have so far? Have anybody following me? Is everybody following me? Okay? All right, good. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Does everybody has a unique place in your body that you're going to put that power button? We're going to call it your power button. Okay? This is what turns you on. That button turns you on. Okay? Everybody has one? Okay? Good. So the next thing we're going to do is you want to think of a state that you want to be in, a resourceful state. What resourceful state that you want to be in right now? Take a moment and just like think, what would be a good resourceful state that when I'm feeling angry, when the boss is telling me this, or when my coworker is just like give me an attitude, what resourceful state would I want to be in? That's number 2. Does everybody has a resourceful state that you want to be in? It's clear on that? Okay, very good. Step number 3. Now you want to remember a moment, a specific moment when you experience that state. Okay? Because now we're going to play with that experience and we're going to make it more intense. And when we make it more intense, all the way to the peak, we're going to anchor it in that specific location that you chose. Clear? Okay? Questions so far? All right, good. So what I want to do first, if you would, I want you to sit comfortably on your chairs with your feet flat on the floor, okay? And have your back to the seat and close your eyes for a moment, okay? What I want to do first is I want you to take a deep breath in. As you're taking a deep breath in, think of the word calm. Hold it. And now let go. As you let go, think of the word relax. One more time. Take a deep breath in. Think of the word calm. Hold it. Let go and think of the word relax. One last time. Take a deep breath in. Think of the word calm. Hold it. As you let go, think of the word relax. Now, I want you to remember a moment, a specific moment, when you experienced that desired state, a happy state, a resourceful state that you want. Now, and as you do, see what you're seeing from your own eyes as if it's happening right now all over again. Hear what you're hearing. What sounds are there? Or maybe there will be no sounds. What are you hearing? Play that movie or see that picture. And as you see what you're seeing and hear what you're hearing, what are you saying to yourself at that moment? And now breathe the way you'll be breathing then. Now. Now, as I count to 3, we are going to multiply these feelings by 10 times. 3, you're going to make that picture bigger. Make it much, much bigger. 2, you're going to make it brighter, much brighter, technicolor. And you're going to bring it closer to you. And you start realizing these feelings are getting intensified now. And when I say to 1, you are going to anchor it in your body, and you will say the word yes with it. So 3, make that picture bigger, make it brighter, bring it closer. 2, intensify these feelings by 10 times. And 1, yes. 3, 2, and 1, yes. 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Very good. Okay, open your eyes. Stand up. Okay. And with the person sitting next to you, give them a high five. All right, good. All right, so as you're standing up right now, who would like to share with me how was the exercise? Like, what did you learn from this exercise? Yes.
You can recall something that actually gives you a good state of mind and use it as a way to bring yourself back to it.
Exactly. Now you have the technology. How many of you see yourself right now, you're in a better state? Okay, very good. How fast were you able to change your state, ladies and gentlemen? How fast? This fast, right? This fast. Just all you got to do is just now, boom, just go on and anchor it, and automatically the brain will associate it to that experience. See, the thing is with the brain, it doesn't know what's the difference between what's real and what's imagined. That's why when we're dreaming, you wake up sometimes from a bad dream, it's like, oh, so glad that was just a dream. And on the other hand, sometimes you wake up from a dream, it's like, oh, can I go back to that dream? Right? Why? Because the brain doesn't know what's the difference. Now what we're doing is we're tricking the brain. We're telling the brain this is actually happening right now, and now it's creating that feelings, generating that feelings. But now what you do, now you have the technology in hand, meaning you can actually use it at any time you want to. Okay? Right now, why don't you go ahead and try it again? Go ahead and fire that anchor right now and say yes and see where you go. 3, 2, and 1. Yes. 3, 2, and 1. Yes. 3, 2, and 1. Yes. How many of you went there? Raise your hand. Say aye. Okay, very good. So if you were doing properly, and if you're going along with that journey, you'll realize now at any time that you are in a lousy state, you're in a sluggish state, and you want to change your state, now you have that power button. You can always go back there just by firing that button in your body, and that's going to link it to your psychology. Physiology and psychology are interrelated. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay? All right, very good. Please have a seat. What questions do you have? All right, good. Let's see. So now we have 2 tools. Okay? The third technique I'm going to share with you around physiology will be just moving. Okay? Just keep on moving. So if your job requires to stay put for a long time, then if there's a gym at your workplace, then just instead of sitting there and eating, you can just maybe sit for like 30 minutes, eat, or you can go work out first and then you can eat. Just find ways to move. If you're on the phone, see if you can maybe have a headset instead of sitting down and making phone calls. Now you can walk and make phone calls. Movement, okay? That's what's going to create your energy. Sitting down is death. Okay? That's when sick people, they're just laying there, that they can't do anything, that they're dying. Okay? So you want to keep moving. Okay? So it's the third technique. All right. What questions do you have so far on physiology? How to change your state using your physiology? All right, good. Next, we're going to talk about the focus, the power of focus. Okay? What you focus on, okay, where is the energy going to flow? So energy goes where focus goes, right? So if you focus on the problem, that's where the energy is going to go. So now let me ask you this. How would you change your focus? What is one method you can do to change your focus? If somebody comes out with a problem, okay, how could you change that focus? If you come up with a problem, how could you change your focus? What is a very effective way to change your focus? Yes? Yeah. Okay, try to look at it from another perspective. Okay, very good. And how would you do that? By asking questions. Not just any question, you're asking empowering questions. For example, if you say, you know what, I have a problem dealing with this person, okay, how are you going to feel about that? What are you going to feel? Negative, but it's about the problem. Whereas if you say, how could I find a way to work better with that person? Now, how do you feel about that? Different context, isn't it? Yeah? Our brain is like Google. Whatever you type in, you're going to get a response back. So if you say, why I have to go to work today, well, you're going to find because you have to pay the bills. Okay? How empowering is that? Whereas you can say, oh, what can I create today? Okay? Now your brain is going to come with like, wow, maybe you can create an opportunity to be on this this project, or you can create an opportunity to relate to these people or create more business, whatever that is. Okay, it's all about asking empowering questions. So I'm going to share with you 5 or 4 questions that you can use every morning to help you change your attitude. What's the word? Attitude. Okay, because attitude is not a one-time thing. It takes time to change. It takes longer time. So, and this is called the hour of power. What's it called? The hour of power. Okay, so here's how you do it. In the morning, as you're getting ready, okay, this is called net time. Net time, what does it stand for? No extra time needed. Okay, you're actually getting ready in the morning anyway. As you're getting ready in the morning, you are going through these questions. So question number 1.